Gagne Theory of the Learning B.Ed second semester. So Robert M. Gagne has started 8 types of the learning in a hierarchical order in his book The Conditions of Learning in 1965 and arranged the from the simplest type of learning to the complex type of the learning. This is the Gagne's 8 type of the learning. First is the signal learning and stimulus response learning, chain learning, verbal association learning, multiple discrimination, concept learning, principle learning, and problem solving. These four represent the behavioral aspect, and this is the increasing complexity, and these four represent more to the cognitive aspect. Signal learning, it referred to the Pavilion or the classical conditioning, which was developed by the Russian psychologist Ivan Pavlov. So in this type, the food, that is the unconditioned stimulus, and the sound of a bell, which is a conditioned stimulus, were paired and presented to a dog served several times. And the result was that when a sound of a bell was heard, even without the food, the dog salivated. So this is the signal learning, that with the signal, you will the dog will salivate. For example, pupils' reaction when teacher announces that a test will be administered, a feeling of fear caused by the loud sound, and for example, toy at seeing a likable toy, etc. Stimulus response learning, it is also operant conditioning, was given by B.F. Skinner or Thorndike. They used animals to conduct their experiment and attempted to apply the principles in human learning, for example, cat and rat. Example, mastering the response to obtain a transformant, reinforcement, and reward. And children start to learn words by repeating the sounds and words for the adult. Chain learning, chaining implies a connection of a set of individual stimulus response in sequence, and they are the 2 types of the chaining. First is the verbal chaining and psychomotor chaining. Verbal chaining is like, for example, connecting together sequence in the 2 or more previously learned. In psychomotor chaining, for example, setting a clock by running, when individual acts that previously acquired through the SR learning are combined. Examples are writing, running, and catching and throwing a ball, etc. Fourth one is the verbal association learning, that is the ability of humans to vocalize, especially in the social situation, is well acknowledged. For example, SR learning, and two chains are involved, which is like a linking. Example, remembering the poems or formula or alphabet in the sequence. Next is the multiple discrimination. This refers to the reinforcing selectively some responses to one aspect of the environment. The behavior example, recognize the name of a children in some class. Next, six is the concept learning, that children and all the growing person learn to classify object on the basis of some common characteristics of say or color or size, shape, etc. For example, children would gradually differentiate animals from trees, dogs, shapes, etc. So they also learn to make the generalization discrimination classes of object. For example, a child learned to call a 5 centimeter cube a block, and was this name for the other object that were different in size and shape. Principal learning is the learning of a chain of a 2 or more concept. Example, we have a relationship of circumference of a circle with its diameter, and 3 concepts like circumference, pi, diameter are related. So that's a principal learning. Problem solving is the last step, where Gagne places a problem solving at the highest stage of this hierarchy of the learning process. Its discrimination facts in the Bloom's taxonomy cognitive learning. Example, experimenting to the test the effect of the different types of fertilizer or the plant grown. And this problem solving include preparation, incubation, illumination, and verification. This is the whole process. So these are the 8 steps of the Gagne's types of learning.